Dear all, welcome to VJ Tech Talks and Practical Hands-on Microsoft Fabric project. I'm excited to guide you. In this series, we will focus on a Microsoft Fabric practical project, beginning with moving data from Excel and SQL Server to a Bronze Lakehouse using Gen2 Dataflow. You will also learn how to smoothly connect to on-prem data using a gateway. Next, we will deep dive into a Medallion architecture to organize our data. We will follow this architecture for data integration and processing, and also for Power BI integration that ensures efficiency and accessibility throughout all the data model. We are going to see how we can ingest data from SQL Server using two methods. First method is to use a data flow, and a second method using a simple data factory pipeline that will be ingesting the data from the SQL Server to the Bronze Lakehouse. We will move raw data from the Bronze Lakehouse to our Silver data warehouse, cleaning the data and move it to a Gold data warehouse. We will use the SQL to explore the data and also to create store procedures. I will also show you how to create Gold data warehouse tables and prepare the semantic models and create entities in the semantic model, which helps you to better organize your data and understand your data model. We will also explore the custom semantic models, how we can create them, and how we can also create relationships between the different entities inside these models and use them to build PBI reports. We will create a data pipeline that we orchestrate and schedule all the steps to run automatically on a daily basis. Finally, we'll use Power BI to generate visuals from our processed data. You will get hands-on experience with each step, ensuring that you understand how to apply these abilities in real-world scenarios. So, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe to our channel. Don't miss the series of videos. I will see you in the next video. Dear all, welcome to VJ Tech Talks. In this episode, we will see what Microsoft Fabric is, why we choose it, and its benefits. We will have a look at the main components and how Fabric provides a solution for all data problems. So let's start with the definition of Microsoft Fabric. Microsoft Fabric is a unified analytics platform that integrates data engineering, data science, real-time analytics, and business intelligence into a single solution. It is an end-to-end data platform solution in one place with many benefits and advantages. Number one, the data storage is centralized, meaning Fabric has access to all data from various sources. It stores them in one centralized location. Second, it is easier to manage and access data across different parts of the organization. It ensures data consistency and reliability, acting as a single source of truth. This reduces the chances of errors and ensures that tasks are completed efficiently and accurately. The third benefit of Microsoft Fabric is its strong security and control features. These allow us to manage access and permissions, ensuring that users only access the data they need. It offers robust security features protecting our data, including RLS and control mechanisms. Another advantage is its great performance and cost effectiveness. The fourth benefit is that data calculations or logic can be implemented once and reused across all stages and environments. This consistency ensures that everyone in the organization works with the same data definition. It reduces confusion and improves decision-making. All departments in an organization can use the same dataset with defined access rules. The key components of Microsoft Fabric. First, we will start with Data Factory. It orchestrates and automates data workflows, ensuring smooth data movement and transformations. Next, Synapse Data Engineering provides advanced tools for preparing and transforming data. It includes tools like Dataflows Gen2, Spark Notebooks, Jobs, and Kusto Query Language. Synapse Data Science enables us to build, train, and deploy machine learning models with data warehousing. It provides high-performance, scalable solutions to handle big data and real-time analytics. Power BI remains the same, allowing us to create reports and dashboards. However, the data model is now included in the data warehousing part. Data Activator is another component used to activate data-driven workflows and business processes. All of this is unified in one lake, a single storage solution managing all data assets. In the next video, we will see how to create and set up a Fabric workspace step by step. Dear all, welcome to VJ Tech Talks. In this episode, I will walk you through the steps to set up a Microsoft Fabric workspace. So today's agenda is setting up a Fabric workspace. We'll look into what are the prerequisites to set up a Fabric workspace and how to set up a Fabric workspace with personal email ID. And we will check free workspace validity, the prerequisites for today's demo Azure subscription domain join Microsoft account. It should be our personal account since we don't have official or school account. And finally, we need app.fabric.microsoft.com. Let's begin. Step 1. Log into portalazure.com. If you do not have an account, you can create one for free using your Microsoft personal account. I will share the link to create a Microsoft personal account sign up for an Azure subscription for free in the video description below. So I have successfully logged into Azure portal. Now look for Microsoft Entra ID. Now time to create a domain joined email with the help of Microsoft. Enter ID. On the left hand side there is a Users tab. Click on Users. Under the Users, we have to create domain joined email with the help of our personal email ID. Creating one for us, Vijay Tech Talks 2025. Display name, Vijay, and password. You can specify your own password and review and create upon successful creation of your domain join email ID. You can refresh and check. Here's the email. Well, now if you look at the end of this user, we have on Microsoft.com domain. Now time to sign up for Microsoft Fabric workspace. Log into app.microsoftfabric.com with the help of newly created email ID. If you look at the end of this email on Microsoft.com, click on Next, then provide your password. You can change your current password. Let's continue. You can provide your business phone number or your personal phone number. Selected Poland and get started. I started here. This may take a while to set up. Your workspace now all set. If you already have an official or school email that's domain joined once, you can skip the above steps directly. You can jump to the Fabric SIG-up step. We have successfully set up a Microsoft workspace and time to review what is the validity of this workspace. Just click on your user profile, have a look on it. Requested a 60 days trailer to try Microsoft Fabric capacity. See, now this is basically by default you will get a 14 days of free trailer as you need to activate the 60 days trailer of this Microsoft Fabric workspace. Just we are requesting now free trailer just activated. Now you can go here and check, see how many days left. "59 days, including today, is a total of 60 days of free trailer with full powers of Fabric. Whatever the Microsoft is offering, With the free of cost, we can explore and implement our scenarios. If you like this video, please share it with your friends and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for upcoming videos. See you in the next video where we will explore ETL data ingestion with the Microsoft Fabric. See you soon. Dear all, welcome to VJ Tech Talks. In today's session, we will understand the difference between ETL and ELT, ETL, extract, transform, load. In this approach, data is processed before being loaded into the target storage system. This methodology works better with sources that provide very high quality data, ELT extract, load, then transform the data. This is the preferred solution in modern data architecture, especially with data lakes. Understanding this process is crucial for designing effective solution architectures. Choosing between ETL and ELT impacts how data is ingested, stored, and processed, which affects the performance, scalability, and maintainability of your data systems. See the illustration below. It describes how data is extracted from Azure Data Lake Storage, moved to Lakehouse, and then transformations and loading happen between Lakehouse and notebooks in Microsoft Fabric. By understanding these two concepts, you will be able to create robust data solutions that meet business requirements and optimize resource utilization. Let's dive deeper to understand more. Benefits of ETL: works better with high-quality data, reduces the load on target systems, easier to document and manage. Benefits of ELT: quicker processing of large data sets, more scalable with flexible schema, efficient use of database resources. Use cases for ETL: typically used in traditional data warehouses where high data quality is required before loading. More control over data processing. Use cases for ELT: quick ingestion followed by transformations. Ideal for modern cloud data warehouses, big data applications, and flexible schema management. In most of these cases, ELT is the preferred choice. Cost and efficiency. ETL minimizes storage costs because transformations are done before loading the data into the target systems. It also reduces the impact on OLTP systems. Here are some questions to ask before deciding whether to go with ETL or ELT1. Data volume. How large is the data set you are working with, and how quickly is it expected to grow? Example for ETL. If the data set is currently 500 GDI and grows by about 5% annually, relatively small data, ETL is a good choice. Example for ELT. If you have 10 TB of data expected to double in the next year, or if your data set is increasing by 50% each month, you should choose ELT2. Transformation. Complexity. What is the complexity of the required data transformations? Simple aggregations or complex joins? How robust are your data cleansing models? Example for ETL. If you require extensive data cleansing and complex transformations before loading, ETL is needed. Example for ELT. If the transformations are simple, such as basic aggregations, you can load the data first and transform it later. Data quality and consistency. How critical is data quality and consistency before loading data into the target system? Example for ETL. If data quality at load is critical, ETL should be used. Example for ELT. If you can afford to handle data quality after loading, such as by implementing validation steps or data quality frameworks, then ELT is suitable. If you have more questions, feel free to comment on this video. In the next lesson, we will explore how to implement ETL and ELT using the modern architecture known as the Medallion architecture. What exactly is the Medallion architecture? Stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you again. Dear all, welcome back to VJ Tech Talks. Last session, we learned about ETL versus ELT. If you didn't get an opportunity to watch it, I recommend that you do so now so that you know when to utilize ETL or ELT. In this episode, we will be learning what is Medallion architecture and how we can use it in Microsoft Fabric. Medallion architecture is a unique architecture developed by Databricks and adopted by Microsoft in their Fabric platform. The structure is simple, consisting of 3 levels of data. First, we have the bronze layer, which serves as the initial landing zone for the raw data coming from various external sources. This data is stored in its original format, preserving its raw state. Additionally, we add metadata such as load date, the time and process ID to maintain the data lineage. This layer is crucial because it allows us to keep a historical archive of the source data and supports reprocessing without needing to re-extract from the source's system again. Next, we have the silver layer where data undergoes initial cleansing and enrichment. Here, we transform the data just enough to provide a unified view of essential business entities, concepts, and transactions. This prepares the data for further transformations into the gold layer, ensuring that it is meaningful and ready for consolidation. Last and most important, gold layer contains highly processed, business-ready data optimized for reporting and analysis. This data is structured into subject-specific databases and employs denormalized red-optimized data models with minimal joins. The gold layer represents the final stage of applying data transformations and quality rules, making it ideal for supporting reporting, analysis, and business intelligence applications, and also machine learning. The Medallion architecture is designed to tackle the complexities of organizing and processing data within data lakes and lakehouses. Medallion architecture aims to improve the structure and quality of data as it moves throughout the different layers, allowing for incremental enhancement of data and making it more flexible and easier to manage. With this explanation, we have a fundamental comprehension of our project's execution requirements and definitions. If you haven't seen my prior Fabric videos, I highly encourage to watch it. You can find all of them in the Fabric series playlist. In the next episode, we will learn the requirements of the project and how we are implementing it in Medallion architecture. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next. Dear all, welcome back to VJ Tech Talks. Last session, we learned about Medallion architecture. I recommend you to watch my previous videos. Project scenario. Your technical lead or client, internal or external, has asked you to build and implement a data solution using Microsoft Fabric. The goal is to create a reliable data pipeline that gathers data from different sources, including Excel files and SQL Server databases. This process should follow the Medallion architecture and update an existing Power BI report that refreshes daily in Fabric. Additionally, an alert should be set up to notify users if there is an issue with the refresh. Current situation. Let's assume the client is using Power Query or some other tool to load data from Excel sheets. They now want to add new data from the AdventureWorks SQL Server while keeping the same structure for their sales reports. The solution should integrate multiple data sources and ensure all updates happen within Fabric data processing. Clean, filter, and integrate the data using Medallion architecture. Load processed data into Power BI reports for daily refresh. Ensure efficiency and easy access to data. Automate and monitor the data pipeline for errors. Improve the speed and reliability of the data refresh process. Provide different teams with access to different levels of data aggregation. Solution architecture. The solution is designed to be simple and automated. Dataflows Gen2 will read data from AdventureWorks and Excel files. The data will be stored in the Lakehouse, cleaned, and merged into the Silver data warehouse. Necessary aggregations will be created in the Gold data warehouse. Data will be pushed to a semantic model which will feed the sales reports. A pipeline will automate the process, running daily at a specific time. Alerts will notify users if there is an error in the semantic model refresh. Access will be granted based on data granularity levels for different teams. That concludes today's episode. In the next session, we will look into how we are reading the Excel file and build the data models in Power BI. And what are the sheets we're referring for this project? Stay tuned and see you in the next video. Bye-bye! Dear all, welcome to VJ Tech Talks. In the last session, we learned about the project requirements for the Microsoft Fabric project series. In this session, we will learn about the sources utilized for the Microsoft Fabric project series. We will also try to review one of these sources and look into the Power BI reports. Here, I have one of the sources, an Excel source. there are two types of sources that we are using for this project execution: SQL and Excel. The Excel and SQL Server sources both have the same set of tables and schemas. Today, we will first review the Excel source, explore its tables, and understand how we can build reports using these tables. How is the model built on top of these tables? We will try to process these sources and build a Medallion architecture on top of them. The Medallion architecture is essential for this Fabric series. Here is the Excel file. See, if you look at this Excel dataset source, here we have a set of tables, and each table has its own schema followed by the respective values. But there is a lot of scope here for cleansing the data and aggregating it for our reports. Let's focus on reviewing the data model side. The data model, as you can see, looks like a star schema. Isn't it? The sales is the fact table. If you consider this as the aggregated table, it is surrounded by all the dimension tables. Here, we have a many-to-one relationship. One-to-one relationship, we have built different types of relationship with sales. So if you look at the report side here, this is the report showing the sales and financial data, including the amount of orders by due date, quantity, and region, among other details. For the sales, the bikes, components, clothes, and accessories numbers. The report was developed with the help of the Excel dataset. If you would like to look into the transformations applied on top of these tables, I can show you where and how they were implemented. What you can do is click on Transform Data. Here we have the following tables: customer, date, product, resale, and sales. What are the tables that we extracted? Where I'm extracting the Excel source from my local system. And here, typically it looks like this is the table, and we do not have any transformations applied on top of this one. You can look into it to see how it is typically populated. In the next session, we will try to explore our SQL source and also the similar set of the tables. The customer is the table, and these are all the columns followed by their respective data types. So that's all for today. In next session, what we will do, we will try to explore, we will try to review our SQL source as well. As I mentioned, it is similar to our Excel source, with the same set of tables, schemas, and corresponding values. We will review that and try to execute both SQL and Excel in another session. See you. Dear all, welcome back to VJ Tech Talks. In the last video, we have seen an Excel dataset. On top of that, we built a star schema and also explored the types of reports we created in Power BI. If you haven't watched that video yet, I recommend that you watch that video. In this episode, we will try to install SQL Server on-premises on a local computer. Along with that, we will also install SSMS for convenience to explore databases and tables. Let's get started. We will download SQL Server from the official Microsoft website. We have different options available for download. For our project, I am downloading the SQL Server on premises. Click on Download. This will navigate to another page. There, they will ask you to fill out this form if you are successful. Click on Download. This will navigate to another page where you can download the file directly. We have a 64-bit edition. Click on this and it will automatically start downloading. Just click here and it will give you a prompt where you can choose the basic option. Accept all terms and conditions, then install. It will take a while. I will pause this video here. Once it is done, I will come back. After the successful installation of SQL Server, we will see this prompt. These are the server credentials, and you should save them somewhere for future reference. We also have another tab here called Install SSMS. SQL Server Management Studio is a tool you can use to query data and connect to the SQL Server. So if you haven't installed the SSMS in your local computer, click on Install SSMS. This will automatically downloading. This will take you to the official Microsoft website where you can download SSMS. Just click on here. Once it is downloaded, I have already downloaded this one. Let me open SSMS in my computer I have already installed. If you have any doubts, feel free to comment and I will help you out. I am just launching SSMS and this is the studio. We have SQL Server is already installed here, right? Try to connect from here. We can browse your server from here. What you can do is just click on Data Engine. Just try to browse. We have only one server which is installed on this local machine. Just click on OK and I will go with the Windows authentication. Just click on Connect. See here, the SQL Server on premises has been successfully connected. Now we are able to communicate with SQL Server from SSMS. Let me expand the databases here. If you look here, we don't have any databases. The system databases and database snapshots that we have .e. We can create our own databases by opening a new query. Here we can write the create database and create schema. It takes a lot of time to build tables and schemas. So our convenience, what I will do is download the backup database file directly from the official Microsoft website. We have a set of files that we can download for our project execution. See here, I have OLTP databases, data warehouse databases, and lightweight databases. We have different types of backup files here. Among these, you can download one and simply restore it on your installed server. You can restore it here. Just click on Database and right-click and restore the database and look for that file. I have already downloaded it. I just clicked on Device and now I'm browsing for a file. This is the backup file. Click on Add and let me look for my file on the drive. Here is the SQL file. AdventureWorks 2022 and click on OK, then OK. It is loading. Just click on OK. It restored successfully. If you expand this one, see under the databases we have AdventureWorks 2022, we have tables. See, we have plenty of tables. Dear all, welcome back to VJ Tech Talks. In today's video, we will create a robust data solution using Microsoft Fabric. I have logged into my Microsoft Fabric for better understanding of today's concept. I strongly recommend watching my previous basic videos on Fabric, which are available on our channel under the Fabric playlist. Click on the playlist under the playlist section. We have a Microsoft Fabric playlist. A quick review before we start today's topic. We'll begin with an introduction to Fabric Workspace, followed by the setup process, how to enable the 60-day trial, an overview of Microsoft Fabric Workspace, a comparison of ELT versus ETL, and an introduction to the Medallion architecture. We've also reviewed the data sources for this project, including Excel and SQL. Let's jump into today's topic. Let's think of we have a scenario. We have been asked by a client to design and implement a data pipeline using Microsoft Fabric. The goal is to build a Medallion architecture that will take data from various sources like Excel files and a SQL Server databases and feed into a Fabric through the Fabric Power BI reports that refreshes daily. We also need to implement the error alerts and make sure the data refresh process is faster, reliable, and efficient. Let's break this down. If you look at this scenario, the client is already using the Power Query. We've ingested data from Excel sheets, but now they also want to bring data from the AdventureWorks SQL Server. And here is the catch. They need to keep the same structure of the data for sales reports. They are already using the solution. What we are building here is an end-to-end pipeline that can handle data from multiple sources and update the data model daily. This basically which involves the different stages. Different phases of this process are followed by data ingestion, data processing, implementing the business logic to clean and integrate the data using the Medallion architecture. Let's walk through the steps. Before we begin, let's quickly review our design. Here we go. So basically, based on this scenario, if you look at this scenario, here's what they are asking. As I mentioned, they have two sources. One is Excel sheet. The other one is the SQL database, right? Both sources. What we do here is ingest the data into our bronze layer. We can say raw layer or landing layer. We will load it here. We are storing this in the data lakehouse. On top of this, we are building the data warehouse, which consists of the silver layer and the gold layer. The silver layer, before we ingest the data into the silver layer, what we do here is perform data cleansing operations before writing the data into the silver layer. At this point, we have clean data that can be processed and aggregated for the next layer, which is the gold layer. We will build a semantic model, and based on this model, basically the semantic model, what we can say is that it defines the table structures and outlines the tables we need. We will also define how to build relationships among them. That's what we refer to as the semantic model. It's as simple as that to understand what the semantic model is. Okay, so we will build a semantic model. With the help of the semantic model, we will create a Power BI report using the semantic model. Let's return to our Microsoft Fabric workspace. This is what it typically looks like, as I mentioned. If you're unsure how to set up the Fabric workspace and enable the trial period, along with all the related steps, we have already created videos on this and you can quickly review them on my channel. If you have any doubts, feel free to leave a comment. I won't take much time to introduce Fabric or discuss what it is and the benefits we gain from it, as we have already recorded videos covering these topics. If you have any doubts, please feel free to refer to our previous videos. You will get an idea of today's agenda. To build the Medallion architecture, we have templates here. I will use one of these templates. This is what the Medallion architecture template typically looks like. This is what it looks like. Let's assume we are building on top of AdventureWorks. I chose the Medallion architecture template, right? First one is a high volume. Low volume sources. If you want to add more sources, you can add here. For now, for building a medallion architecture. You can bring the data to a bronze. Then you can perform some initial cleansing here before processing the silver layer. Then you can perform further transformations here, such as aggregate transformations. Then you can load data into the gold layer, and then you can build on top of the gold layer. You can build the Power BI report, right? So in this case, I'm not using any ML, right? Let me delete this one. Okay. So quickly, let me try to add the items here. The bronze layer, right? This we will store it in Lakehouse, and then 2 are the warehouses. If you remember our architecture, if you look at here, first Lakehouse, then data warehouse. So let me add the items accordingly. I will try to add the items here. This one is the Lakehouse. Just click on here, you can say that bronze layer. So once you have created, typically it will, and later in the upcoming stages, you'll also be able to review all of this. Okay, for now, we don't have anything here yet because we haven't processed any data. So let's go back to my design. By default, after adding an item, the semantic model is part of your each layer. You will see the semantic model here. So make sure this item is tightly coupled with your bronze layer. Moving on to the next silver layer. Click on the new item. In this case, as I said, it's a warehouse, right? Just click on warehouse. Just you can say silver D-wedge. It will take a while to create. You'll notice this view is slightly different from the previous one. We have a schemas and securities, stage queries, and many other things are followed by, if you expand this, you'll see the default schema. Let's go back to our design. If you look here at the silver data, there are no items attached to this stage. What you need to do is click on Attach, then select the silver one. This will be there for every stage. Now you can see 2 items are attached to this. I'll add another item now. Similar to gold layer. It will take a while. But right now, I'm not performing any transformations or cleansing activities. What I'll do is delete all these and directly connect from bronze to silver and from silver to gold. We have a semantic model in our design. As I mentioned, we have explicitly created the external semantic model. We have created a semantic model on top of the gold layer. There are 2 things here. We can utilize this gold semantic model for building a Power BI report. But what happens if I use that? Whatever tables we have under the semantic model, this will directly propagate to your Power BI report, which is not required. So we can plan for another semantic model which we required for the Power BI report. Let me quickly click here, then select Prepared Data and place this between the gold layer and the Power BI report. What I'll do here is create a new semantic model. I will try to add a new semantic model. To attach item, we need a semantic model. There is no new semantic model available. As mentioned, based on the aggregated layer, we need to build a new semantic model for the Power BI report. So let me quickly go to the gold layer. So here what we can do is click on reporting. Here is the option, but it's a grayed out. The reason behind that, why it is grayed out, if you look at here, we don't have any tables or any schema which we created. Everything is empty here. If you look at nothing is there. See under the debo schema, so we have to create a new table under this one. You can create your own table for now. I'm creating the sample table here. Let's say EMP and EMP ID, EMP name, EMP PH number. So good to go, just execute. The statement is successfully executed, right? Why? Now you have a table under the goal layer. At least you must have at least one single table. Then only this tab going to be activated. Earlier it was grayed out. Now it is activated because you have a table. Click on New Semantic Model and name it Power BI Semantic Model. Just select the object from the DBO schema. Based on which schema you're building this semantic model, then click on Confirm. This will take a while. Now let's go back to our design. Just click on New Item. This is the semantic model, right? Just click on Attach. See, there is a Power BI semantic model which we created just now based on the on top of gold layer, right? You can build a data visualization in Power BI. So that's all for today. I hope you learned something from today's video. If you have any doubts, if you're confused by this explanation, or if you're stuck at any stage, so do let me know and ping me in the comments of this video. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you like this content, please subscribe to our channel, share this content with your friends and family, and spread knowledge with others. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.
You might be looking for a solution, and what are the methods which we have to connect to our on-premises machine to bring the data, the SQL Server data. If you are looking for the solution to connect on-premises SQL Server, this video is for you. Today, we will try to explore how to connect our on-premises SQL Server to bring the data to our Microsoft Fabric to load the data into the bronze layer. Welcome back to VJ Tech Talks. In the last session, we discovered how to set up a Medallion architecture in Microsoft Fabric. In this episode, we'll try to learn how to connect to our on-premises SQL Server. Let me quickly review what we have done so far. Here, if you look at here, we have a Medallion architecture, and here we have sources and bronze and silver and gold. We are preparing the semantic model for Power BI visualization. Let's go back to our SQL Server, on-premises SQL Server, that if you have any doubts on how to install the on-premises SQL Server for free and how to load 100 plus tables to your on-premises SQL Server with the free of cost, we have recorded a video on this topic. If you refer to our channel under Microsoft Fabric playlist, you can find this video. If you still have any doubts, feel free to reach out to me. You can leave a comment on this video. I will get back to you. If you look at here, we already successfully installed the SQL Server. Under that, we have a database AdventureWorks 2022, right? So here we have a set of tables here. What I would do here is just I will try to connect to this SQL Server from Fabric and try to read these tables and load it in bronze layer. Let's go back to your Microsoft Fabric workspace. Here is the workspace. Before we connect to our local on-premises machines, what we have to do is you have to create a lakehouse. Let me click on our branch data. Here we have a lakehouse. Just click on lakehouse. And if you look at here, we don't have any tables or any files. If you have a files and directly what you can do is you click on here, you can upload a file. This is one way to upload a file or folder from your local machine, or in fact within the cloud machines. And also there is another possibility where you can upload a file. You can click on upload a file. the raw file directly. You can retrieve it, you can upload it here. And there are few more additional options. If you look at here, we have a data pipeline, you have a data flow Gen2 pipelines, right? There are two different set of pipelines. Basically, if you are aware of ADF tool, if you're already tenured with the ADF tool, this is similar to the ADF tool. Just what I will do here is I will try to prepare a data flow Gen2 to connect to our local machine. Okay, on-prem to Fabric. I don't have any Git integration currently. Just click on create. It will take a while. Now, since in this case, I am trying to bring data from SQL Server. It's on-premises, right? Now, I need to supply all this required credentials, what is asking for. Like what I can do is I go back to my on-premises SQL Server, properties. Here, click on connections. See, my server name is Vijay here. In this case, just go back to, let's go back to our Microsoft Fabric and leave. And again, the database name, the connection string. And if you look at here, see, this is the cloud space, right? Microsoft Fabric. From here, I'm trying to communicate to my local machine. Definitely, we must have a one agent or client, whatever it is, like your tunnel, whatever it is, right? Something it has to be like, should help us to communicate from our cloud to on-premises. So to connect to our on-premises, what we need a gateway. But in this case, we don't have any gateway, right? So which means we before we before we make a connection to on-premises SQL database, we have to install gateway. Okay, what we can do is let's do one thing. Just click on this download button. See, there are different set of options here. In this case, we need a data gateway. Just click on it. Here there are two types of methods here to connect to your on-premises. One standard mode, another one is personal mode. In one word, I can say the standard mode typically we use for enterprise level applications, and personal mode we use for and just for for unit testing or personal uses. It's a single user. But what I can say, there are few limitations with the personal mode, and whereas in the standard mode you can have a full functionality of full features you can utilize by installing the standard mode. In this case, I will go with the standard mode so that I can run through data pipelines, I can establish a data flow Gen2 and so on. Just click on standard mode. The moment you click on here, it's started downloading here. Let's wait for a while. Once it is done, just wait for a while. Okay, now we are good. Let me click on here. Okay, now this will pop up a window like here. If you look at here, you can click on nothing to do with this one actually. If you want to change the location, you can do that. Now I will install in the program files. Just I click on install. That's all. It will ask you to allow. You have to allow. Just click on yes. Then it will take a while to install the software. It's a gateway. Pretty much it's a gateway to connect to your from cloud to on-premises. Now, this is asking for a login with a register, the one which you use for logging with Microsoft Fabric workspace, right? The same email ID that try to use it for authenticate your software as well, okay? So that you will not face any problems further in terms of connectivity. Okay, sign in. Okay, so just I'm registering it as a new computer, and you can give your name. Let me say Vijay Gateway recovery key C. Now everything is ready now. Thus you can see that region as well, like Central India, and the default environment, like where exactly. This is pretty much like in, maybe if you are aware of ADF, right? In ADF, we generally used to install the integration runtime, self-hosted integration runtime, right? The similar way, this gateway works for us. Yeah. So now we are good. I no need to install multiple times. Okay, I might have clicked twice. Okay, now all good, all set. To verify, just click on settings, click on manage connections and gateway. Just close this data flow. Okay, just for now I have closed it. Just something might have refreshed. Just click on settings, click on manage connections, and under on-premises gateways, if you look at here, I have one gateway. You can click on here, you can check online, which means this is up and running here. Okay, the one gateway successfully installed, on-premises data gateway. Now the moment you install successfully, just come down here, just verify. Now go back to your bronze layer, Lakehouse, and click on here. Just click on import from SQL Server and just go here, and you can give your server name as Vijay and database name. And new connection. Have a look on it. Earlier it was not there, right? The gateway. The moment you successfully install this, automatically this will appear here. So just click on here. There is a slight problem in terms of the certificates. There's no worries. You go ahead and just for Windows authentication, and go ahead and take your username and password, the one which you use to log into this your personal PC. Okay, then click on next. Just it will take a while. I didn't change anything here actually. We can change the name also if we really want to change the name of the connection. By default this will take something. Okay, that's all guys. If you look at here, we have successfully connected to our on-premises, whatever the table which is there under this database, and you can see all the tables here. Basically, for our scenario, for our project implementation, we need a sales data. For us, this only sales data is required. And if you click on here, you will see that all the sales data related information. You can just you can select the all the sales related information, what are the tables is required, and you know that scenario, right? If you are not familiar what scenario we are trying to implement here, just I would highly recommend you to watch my previous videos so that you'll get some idea what exactly we are trying to implement at the end, right? So I will take a pause here. Considering the length of this video, I will take a pause. I will come back in the next video. See you. Bye bye. If you have any questions, feel free to comment in our video. Okay. Keep sharing the knowledge with others. Okay. See you in the next video. Bye bye.
The client asks us to create a pipeline in Microsoft Fabric to extract the data from an on-premises SQL server. The pipeline should run once in a day. Welcome back to VJ Tech Talks. In the last video, we discussed how to extract data from an on-premises SQL server and load it into OneLake. In this episode, we will explore and implement how to create a data pipeline in Microsoft Fabric to connect to an on-premises SQL server and bring the data into OneLake. So let's get started. As you know, we have already created a Medallion architecture workflow, and we will reuse the same. The first, click on workspace and click on new item. Here we have many options to connect and get the data into our OneLake. The first one we already explored. How to copy data from on-premises, right? So let's move on to the next page. It's a different method to connect to an on-premises SQL server to bring the data to our Microsoft Fabric OneLake. The data pipeline for our scenario, as I said, in the beginning of this video, the client asked us to run this pipeline once in a day on a daily basis. So click on Data Pipeline. Copy to Data Lake. Create. If you notice, it's quite similar to Azure Data Factory. You have activities, and under the activities, you have many more. You will explore all these activities. These are all the native connectors to connect to our on-premises and bring the data and implement your scenarios. And in this case, just what I will do. I want to add this copy data activity to my canvas. Click on source. You can make a connection. Click on more. Click on SQL Server. Just supply required details, right? Properties. If you have any doubts how to install your SQL Server on premises, how to load the data into your on-premises, if you have any doubts, I would recommend you to refer my previous videos where we have captured in detailed explanation how to download the SQL Server, how to install and how to load the hundreds tables with a free of cost server. Go back here. DB. I will make a new connection. bronze. So we need a data gateway, right? If you have any doubts how to install this data gateway, even this one was in the last session. I have explained in detail how to install the data gateway, how to connect to your on-premises, how to bring the data to one lake, right? If you haven't seen my video in the last video, I would highly recommend you to watch so that you will understand how to get this data gateway to make a connection to our on-premises. Select this gateway, and I will go with Windows Authentication. And you can take username and password from, you can take username here, the password which you have used to log into your Windows machine. Just click on Connect. Just click on Connect. There is some issue with encryption. Just don't want to use any encryption. Just click on Connect. Okay. So now we have successfully connected you. Can test the connection now. The connection successful. Now you can select your tables. For our scenario, for project scenario, I will choose the schema dot. And let's say customer, sales customer, I am taking the single table to test the pipeline for now. And you can bring the data with a query or store procedure or all tables at once. And also there are some advanced options like isolation levels, and if you want to make a partitions, and you can do that, you want to add a new columns while writing this data into your lakehouse, that can be done. And also just click on destination, and in this case I will write this data into my bronze layer directly. And you have to specify what is the table name you're trying to write, right? The customer. I'll say customer, okay. I can write this schema, also sales.customer, like this. Create. So here is the table. There are two options where you can utilize like what is the append and overwrite. As you know, in a single word, I can say the append, this will always add the data to the existing table. Overwrite, this will rewrite the data, right? So mapping in this case is not required. It's a one-on-one mapping. I don't want to make any changes in terms of mapping. Whatever is we are getting from source, the same we are using. What you can do is run. Okay, so automatically this will prompt for save and run. Just what you can do is save and run. You can use the pipeline parameters, variables, and settings, and also libraries. In fact, this is pretty much similar to this canvas and view as Data Factory, right? Similar to Data Factory. Succeeded. Now you can click on this copy date activity. You can see here at 9:02 records it red and written here, right? This is the copy data activity run ID and the total duration it took. What is the throughput and also duration? breakdowns. And also here we have an advanced, like, there's a manual trigger or schedule trigger, isn't it? So in our scenario, our client asked this pipeline. It has to run in once in a day, isn't it? Just click on scheduler. And here you can set up a schedule like, on just by minutes, reputation, hourly, as a daily basis, right? In our case. And when you want to execute, let's say 6 o'clock or something like that at the time, and you can specify the start time and end time and apply. That's all. So go back to your adventure works and try to just check your bronze layer, whether really this data is loaded into your system or not, right? See here, if you look at here, we have a table, right? And you can do that. Just click on new query and type select from. You can just execute. See? Right? So you're able to see your data. You go back and check your bronze Lakehouse as well. And click on your workspace. This is Lakehouse. And expand your tables. Just refresh here. Just expand the table. Yeah. Here we go. So we have our sales.customer data here. Okay. That's all. Right. And Analytics Server, there is another feature. Like, see what are the queries we are using to extract or just playing with here. Just those queries are stored under my queries. Anytime you can come down here, no need to rewrite the queries. You can refer those queries. Now you understood, right, how to bring the data from on-premises and how to schedule the workflow. That's all for today. I hope you found this episode helpful and gained some insights. Before you leave, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video to spread the knowledge with others. Bye-bye. See you in the next episode. Do you want to migrate all your on-premises SQL Server tables or specific ones to Data Lake using Microsoft Fabric? Confused about where to start? In this video, I will show you exactly how to do it with a fully automated pipeline. Let's simplify your data migration journey step by step. Welcome back to VJ Tech Talks. In the last video, we saw how to create a data pipeline to connect an on-premises SQL Server, fetch a table, and load the data into a bronze layer. In this video, we will explore how to bring all tables from the on-premises SQL Server into Data Lake. If you haven't watched my previous videos, I strongly recommend to watch. That will help you to better understand what we are trying to implement here. This is the pipeline we have developed in the previous episode. Let's quickly review what we have done so far. In the copy data activity, we established a connection to on-premises. We also defined a destination where the data is being written. Look here. Let me quickly click on test connection. Connection successful. Here is the destination, the bronze layer. See, we were writing a single table. we were reading a single table from the database adventure works. And this is the table sales customer. And we are writing the sales customer. You can quickly click on preview data. Here we go. Here we have 10 records where you can see here that review, the preview data, right? Now, as I mentioned, our goal is to migrate all the tables from on-premises SQL Server, right? What I will do here is just we can delete this. So what we can do here, we try to review how many tables are there on-premises. Just click on lookup activity. Let's take the lookup activity and try to establish the connection to on-premises, on-prem branch, the SQL Server, and try to query all the tables which is there under the sales schema. Here is the query and try to put it here just a schema. I have specified the table schema is the sales. So you can observe here, select table name, blah, 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 and so on and so on and so on. Okay. Then now just click on preview. See, we have a list of table here. Okay. Now, what you can do and go to activities and take for each activity here, just try to focus for each activity and try to connect this. Under for each activity, what you can do is whatever output you are bringing from up activity, thus you can take here. If you want to execute this flow in a sequential manner one after another, you can enable this, if not a batch mode, like a parallel mode, and leave it as this value. Okay. If you really have a doubt, what is this value and all, just delete this one for now. Just what you can do, just deactivate and try to run the save and run actually the home save and click on run. Just run. Look at the output here. See here, always it is returning the first row, right? The reason behind that, if you look at here, I have enabled the first row. Make sure that this is disabled so that you will get all the tables. Okay. And then again, copy and save. That's fine. For now, I won't run again. See, but here it is the first row. If you run like this, you will see the actual output, like, how many tables it is bringing from the source, and also what is that parameters and all. So it's an input. You can click on output. Once it is finished, you click on output. See the value. I might see list of tables. You can see under this list of tables. Perfect. Now activate your 4H under 4H activity. Here we should bring that right. Dot value. And okay. Then click on activities. Take the copy that activity and select source. Our source is on premises, right? On-prem to branch. SQL Server. In this case, don't specify any table, okay? It should be dynamic, right? And you can do one thing, just schema is same. Sales. And it should be dynamic. Just take the output from Farach and go to destination. Just we are writing data into our layer write automated way, the table name. Then you can say overwrite The table name, you no need to specify anything. Actually, whatever you are bringing from the source is automatically, it should be dynamic, right? You can say Farah. That's all. You don't need to specify anything actually. You can use the dynamic content or it's fine. Just try to preview also if you really want to preview the value, whatever you are bringing, whether it is right or wrong, this will bring at the runtime, you will get the values. Now, all set. You would like to see all set now. If you want to validate, go to run. Save first. It's a main pipeline. So, let me run this. Save and run. Right? Now, lookup activity. Okay, succeeded. Look at 9 to 19. It's failed. What? May quickly review. The table schema is there. Okay, understood. I think here, let me quickly see here the values. Okay, under the values, if you look at here, it's an array. Okay, just I should iterate through all the array elements, right? Array, I should bring this one. If you don't have array like this, so directly it is coming like this. You can put the value where exactly I'm referring to. Just I can show you this in the source connection. Just see, we're saying item, right? And how we are getting those items here. And here I said value. If I say value, what this is going to return? This always, it will bring the value of your lookup activity. This value, this is the value complete whole value. We'll get it, but actually what we need a table name. Just only we need a table name. What we can do is we can narrow down this, drill down. Just go to the one step down here. After values, we have a table name. This table name, what you can do is you can pass it here. The copy that activity. After the item dot table name, that's all. Now what happens, every time the values and then you will have the table name. Directly you will bring the table name. Here. Let me do one thing here also. This is the perfect way to access your array elements. Okay. Now mostly this will work now. Before we are executing the whole pipeline, what I would say is just go to your adventure workspace and click on your bronze layer and just review the tables. What are the tables under this layer? Bronze? Earlier we extracted only one table from on-premises, isn't it? Yeah. Now if you look at here, we have only one table under bronze layer, the Lakehouse, right? Just click on your data pipeline. What I will do is just click on run, save and run here. Do one thing, just cancel here. Just check once whether it is sequence. Okay, see, one activity is finished, two activities finished. So mostly the rest of the things is going to complete this time. Okay, I will take a pause here. Once it is completed, I will come back. So total pipeline is succeeded here. See what is number of items you can check here. Okay, item count is 19. So quickly just click on bronze layer, the Lakehouse. See here nothing is there. Just what you can do is just try to refresh. See here list of tables, right? We have all the tables here. This is completely automated, like you don't need to do anything every time. Like what you can do is you can just schedule based on the frequency how you want to execute this. Just schedule it and automatically this will pick up and this will run, this will write whenever there's a new table is coming or existing table you want to overwrite. Just what we are doing here, we are doing the overwrite. If you don't want to overwrite, you want to append the new data also, we can do that. We can append the data, right? So I will take a pause of this video, like considering the length of this video, I will take a pause here. And the next video, what we are going to do is a specific number of tables. There are 3 scenarios we are trying to. The first one is we were able to extract a single table. And the second scenario, we completely automated the pipeline. So whatever the tables which we are having under the sales schema, we are extracting, we are trying to write the data into our target bronze layer lakehouse, right? And the third scenario, the specific number of table, let's say out of 19, I may required only 18 or 10, let's say 10 tables you need. How we can bring the only 10 tables? Okay, that I will record in the next session. If you like this video, please do like, share, subscribe to my channel and share the knowledge with others as well. See you in the next video. Bye bye.
Are you looking for a solution to bring the specific number of tables from on-premises to Microsoft Fabric Lakehouse? Then this video is for you. And the last session, we have seen how to bring all the tables from on-premises to Microsoft Fabric Lakehouse. In this video, we try to use the same data pipeline to bring specific number of records, specific number of tables. Click my data factory. This is pretty much, this is a data pipeline, right? Here, if you look at this one quickly, if you review the last session, what we have done here. See, if you look at here, we have connected to the on-premises, and this is the query where I was using to bring all the tables from on-premises, isn't it? So this, in this video, as I said, we will bring the only specific number of records. So this query is not useful for us now. Now what I will do is, let me just deactivate this, and I will go inside. See, we have a copy data activity. In the copy data activity, what I can do, just I will copy this one as well. This is the main canvas. We'll deactivate this one as well. I will leave this copy data activity here. Then what I will do, I will pass a variable here. As I said, we know that specific number of tables you need. We have a millions of trillions of tables you have in database, but I need a specific number of tables, right? Just what I will do, I will write the some named list of tables. Let's say list of tables here. I will pass all tables in one go. Okay, I'm keeping array. Okay, what are the tables you need? Just what I will do, I will go to my on-premises. So these are all the list of tables. I need this specific number of tables. In this case, just I will copy, go here and paste it, and then go to copy data activity. Earlier, we were taking the items from where? From the for each, from the lookup activity output, right? This one from the for each, and just items just we are bringing from the lookup activity, isn't it? For this case, what I will do, the sales dot and the dynamical content here on here variables, and we have created this variable, right? List of tables. Just select this one. That's all. You no need to change anything here. Just what I have done here, I have created a variable at the pipeline level. Just I'm referring that variable at the activity level. That's all. Now what happens, you know, this all the list of table, we will bring it here. Just it will loop through one after another, and this will create a destination table, right? Even here also, what I can do is just I will delete here. To go for dynamic content variable. That's all. Okay, makes sense?
Intentionally, I made 2 mistakes here. One, I'm passing a wrong array element, and also I was trying to implement the loop through with the copy date activity. We'll see how this will behave now.
Okay, this is not a valid array. What I can do here, rather keeping single quote, is expecting the double quotes. What you can do, just replace with the content. That's all. Now just validate. Now so everything is fine. Just save and run. The previous activities I have deactivated. Now this is the new one which we are creating. Just we are bringing the specific number of tables from on-premises. It is failed. Look for the error. Look at the input. We have list of tables, right? But how the ADF can, that our data pipeline can create a table like this? It's wrong, right? I should loop through. I should pass one after another, isn't it? So to pass one after another, we need for each loop, right? So what I will do, this I will deactivate this. I will reactivate this one. Here, no need to do anything because the for each activity is there. Inside we have a copyright activity. What we can do is, any which is we have variable is there. Just rather taking this output values from the lookup activity, just we can take this one from variable. That's all. Okay, then open inside. Here we are taking this output from the items, right? Just simply here you can for each just item. That's all. As simple as that. You don't need to do anything here. Just remove this and take items. That's all good now. Just save and run. See, if you look at here, how many tables we were passing. So you can check here the number of tables, 7, right? Just click on here and see how many records it read. It's written only one file, and then 31,465. So it read, it's written. Make sense? I hope you got few insights from this video. And if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe to my channel, and please keep sharing the knowledge with others. See you in the next video. Bye bye.
Hello, welcome back to VJ Tech Talks. In the last video, we learned how to bring in all the tables at once and specific number of tables at once. With the help of data pipelines, in today's session, we will try to learn and bring in an Excel source from on-premises to load into Lakehouse. Let's get started. Here we have high volume and low volume. Last sessions I have already explained what is high volume and low volume. If you are not familiar with this, how to build this pipeline, I would strongly recommend you to watch my previous videos. I will leave the link in the video description. In the high volume, if you look at here, we are bringing from the on-premises SQL Server. Quickly review. Here we go. We have a data pipeline. Through the data pipeline, we are connecting on-premises, and from there just we are loading data into our branch Lakehouse. You look at the low volume. I have already created a data flow. We can do it one more time. Just I will delete this one. Click on new item. Then Dataflows Gen2, you can say on-prem, Excel source, load, create. Here we go. You can click on import from Excel. One way to bring these files from the SharePoint somewhere else in the cloud. I mean from cloud resources. If not, what you can do is click on upload. We will have an option to bring in, but basically I don't have a sufficient privileges to connect to my on-premises. I mean OneDrive doesn't have sufficient privileges to bring the data from on-premises. So that's the reason it is not allowing me. Just do one thing. Here if you click on upload and browse, Excel source directly. This will uploading to drive. If you have a sufficient privileges and the license version of Office 365. Try from your, if you have any doubts, leave a comment in this video. I will help you out. Next. For now, just I am not loading anything. Just I will close this. Now you have a data, right? Just click on branch, Lakehouse. Here we have a list of tables which we have loaded in the previous sessions. If you haven't watched my previous videos, I strongly recommend you to go and check my VJ Tech Talk under the playlist Fabric. And what you can click on SQL Analytics. Here we go. If you would like to query the data, DBO objects, and click on tables. We have many tables, right? So new query, just select top 100. See, here we have a data, everything is ready. Let's think of someone would like to query from SSMS tool and from my on-premises. Is it possible or not? Yes, it is possible. What you can do is click on SQL endpoint, copy this, open your SSMS, on-premises, in fact anywhere. Data engine, just replace this. See, there are different options for SQL authentication, Windows authentication, and Microsoft MFA. I am using a Microsoft MFA. Email ID which I used to log into my Fabric workspace. Just click on connect. That's all. This is connected here. If you look at here, see the bronze layer. Under the bronze layer will see all the tables. We have a list of tables. Make sense? So that's all for today. In the next session, so far we have extracted the data from the different sources. Just we prepared the bronze layer. In the next session, what we can do is we will do some transformations and cleansing activities on top of these tables. We'll try to prepare a silver layer. So far we haven't prepared anything for silver layer. See you next episode. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for latest updates. See you.
Welcome back to VJ Tech Talk. In the last video, we already explored how to load the data into the bronze layer. In this video, try to learn how to load the data to silver layer. Before we start, we can review the number of tables which is available under the bronze layer. Let me quickly expand. Click on tables. Here we have list of tables. In the last episode, we have already discovered how to load the data into the bronze layer. Now, in this episode, as I said, we'll try to load the data into the silver data warehouse. It's a lakehouse, here data warehouse. Quickly, let me expand this. See, there are no tables. We have a system tables and external tables, and see, there are different kinds of tables, but we don't have actual tables, isn't it? Let's go back to my pipeline. Here, what I can do, I click on add and prepare data. So drag and drop here. You can arrange the icon. Just let me. You might be wondering, why can't we directly write data into the bronze to silver? That can be done, but if you remember, at the beginning of this series of videos, we explored and discussed what is Medallion architecture. The Medallion architecture, the bronze layer, it intended to load the landing data, and then from there we will train the data. We will do the data cleansing operations on top of the bronze layer. Then we will load the data into the silver layer, isn't it? So before we load data into the silver layer, I would prepare the data. So I'm creating a one stage between these two layers, bronze and silver. Let me quickly connect here. Then we can connect to the silver layer. Then there are different methods to write data from bronze to silver. In this episode, we'll try to learn through the Dataflow Gen2. And there is a other recommended way, the best way in terms of the performance, we can use the store procedures directly. We can write data from bronze to silver. The silver layer is pretty much a data warehouse for us, isn't it? So now just click on new item. Here we have a different options where you can bring the data. We can create a data pipeline, and also you can use the Spark notebooks. And also there are different things like Python notebooks, different ways we can bring the data from the different sources to silver, right? Now, in this case, what I will use Dataflow Gen2. Bronze to silver. I'm not enabling any Git integration for now. Just click on create. Okay. Then click on here, click on more, get the data. And as we know that we are not connecting to any external sources, since we have a data already, it's there in our one lake, right? The lake house. Here is the bronze layer. Just click on bronze layer. See, here is the lake house. These are all the warehouse. ADLS Gen 2. Okay. Then what we can do, select the table and all the way go down, shift plus select. So automatically this will select the entire table list. And then click on create. Well, once it is ready, see the list of table, whatever we require for silver layer, the tables are ready here, right? So if you look at the right panel, see we have a properties, and also we have applied different steps here. The source is this one, the lakehouse. If you look at here, the lakehouse, and there are different types of the settings also we have. Now there is no destination here. Just select the destination. That destination, it's a warehouse, isn't it? Just click on warehouse, and we are good. We are making the new connection, the warehouse connection. Okay, in this case, we're writing data to silver warehouse. Select the silver. And if you want to edit the tables, that's up to you. You can edit the table like a dim in case of if you're preparing the dimensions, and you can say dim underscore the country, region, currency, whatever. Okay, the first table, just see, and then I'm not changing anything here. There are two options here. We have two options. One is append, another one is replace. The append basically, just let's think of you would like to maintain the history of this table, whatever the data it comes in, whatever the data comes in from the sources. Just I would like to merge the data with the existing one. Then this option works for you. And overwrite, whenever there is a data, it comes in. Just what I want to do is just I want to wipe it off. I want to clean the table and rewrite the table. That case you can use the replace. Then here we have another. See, I have a fixed schema. The fixed schema, I don't want to change anything here. Whatever the schema is coming from the source, the same schema, I will use it here. This is the schema. And just if you want to change the schema and column, so whatever else, like, you can do that. For now, just I click on save. I'm not changing anything here. That's all. See, here if you look at, we have a list of table, but I have selected only single table. I just, we'll click the second one. We'll have a look on it. See, there is no destination here, right?
So why there is no destination? We already configured for the table, right? It's supposed to be applied, right, for all the tables. That's what the people generally used to expect that, right? Just when we configure for the single table, since this all tables from the same source, just we can write this one to the destination, isn't it? The reason behind that, this configuration, the silver layer configuration, it has to be like, table level, the single table level. The reason behind that, like, might be there are some rules applicable for this country region currency. There's some rules for the credit card, some rules for the currency, some rules for currency rates, right? So each table, it has own purpose, isn't it? Just I can say that that's let's say in this case, I don't want anything like, replace the values. I want to change the type. I want to just remove the column. I want to remove the other columns. I want to duplicate the column, the remove the duplicates. Let's say I will click on this one, remove the duplicates in this case, for example. This will remove the, it will check the all the column level. If in case of any duplicates, this will gonna remove that, isn't it? See, the thing of it, like, see, the based on here, there are different options also you have. You can write something currency exchange, then whole number, the percentage, if you want to calculate the date, and so on. There are different types of options each table level. If you want to change the table, if you want to rename the table name, or you want to just you want to check the some particular range of entries only. I would like to check this one. See, that's a reason behind that. The individual table level we have to configure. Then this data is ready for your business. Till the lakehouse, just whatever the data is available. That's why we are always saying that's a landing layer. Whatever the data available at the source, just we are replicating the source in the form of data lake in the bronze layer, isn't it? But whereas in the silver layer, this is pretty much like, we have to apply the multiple iterations. We have to apply the, as I said, data cleansing, data preparing the data, the trying the data. All things should happen at the silver layer. Okay. We are not doing any aggregations here. We are just training the data, removing the duplicates and specific based on your business requirement. You may not need all the region codes. You may be looking for only like, the set of regions you would like to prepare a data. That can be done here. Okay. And similar way, credit card. Okay. So the process, whatever we followed for the country, region, currency table, the similar thing we should do for all the individuals, all individual tables here. If you click on here, diagram view, and just select here. See, this one is already configured. Here it is. If you look at the silver warehouse, and there's a workspace and the schema DBO and table name. And what is the update method? It's a replacing the column mapping, the manual mapping with the fixed schema. See all the configuration which we can see that here, right? If you select here, this one, the credit card, there is nothing is there here. See, nothing is configured for this credit card. Because just see here, nothing is configured because we have to add the destination here, isn't it? Let me go back to the normal view here, and then select this table as well. Query settings, click on destination, warehouse, next. We have already created, right, the connection. Save settings. So we are good with the configurations. So everything is ready. Then what you can do is just click on the diagram view, and you can verify if you would like to. If you want to verify, just check all these tables. You have all the list of tables, right? Just click on the last one. Just see here. Okay, everything is ready now. Just what we can do is just click on publish. All perfect. Just click on here. See, the data flow is executing now. You can check the lineage as well. Just rather we are checking all this, view the history, refresh history. Succeeded. I just click here, and you can see here, like, on demand. Just okay. During this time, it took almost 1 minute 8 seconds to complete. See all the tables. See how many tables? Almost all the tables. Like, what are the tables I have configured here? There are few warnings as well here. I have. Okay. Then there were no tables right under the silver table. Let me refresh. We'll try to check. See, now we can see the tables right under the silver table. Sorry, we can see the tables under the silver data warehouse, isn't it? If you want to query the data, let me do one thing. Just select the top 1000 rows. This is the one method where we can write the data into our silver lakehouse. Sorry, the silver data warehouse. That under the silver data warehouse, you can check here as well under the DBO objects and expand the tables. See, these are all the tables, right? Tables are already here. You can query the data. You can just whatever you want to do, you can do it here. Like, you can manipulate the data and data cleansing, new SQL query, and you can write the SQL queries here. You can play with these all tables. Okay. I hope you learned how to load the data from the bronze layer to silver layer. If you have any doubts, feel free to comment on this video. I will quickly respond as soon as possible. See in the next episode. In the next episode, we'll try to learn how to read the data from the bronze layer to silver layer with the help of store procedures. See you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye. Dear all, welcome back to VJ Tech Talks. In the last episode, we discovered how to prepare the data and load data into the silver layer from bronze to silver layer. Let's think of, we have a scenario. We are getting the data from high volume and low volume. But whereas in our scenario, if you remember the episode number 11, we were reading the data from on-premises SQL Server to Fabric Lakehouse, right? But I have skipped one of the steps, how to read the data from on-premises Excel file to our lakehouse, the bronze layer, right? So typically, why do we need the Excel file to load in bronze layer?
Well, here we have a volume data we are bringing from the on-premises SQL Server, and as well as we have another source just we prepared for the Excel load. What we will do, this is the Excel load transformations, you can say that. So what exactly we are trying to do here is just we will merge the two sources, and on top of that we will prepare the silver layer for gold layer. Okay, that's what we are trying to do.
I'm extracting the data from Excel. Let me quickly click on new item, data flow, and let's say Excel source. Now import from Excel. See, there are two options here to bring the data from on-premises to your bronze layer, isn't it? To Lakehouse, bronze Lakehouse. You can upload directly from here, but here there is a warning message. It seems that we don't have a sufficient privileges where we can read data from on-premises. The reason behind that, even in this case, if you look at here, it is expecting the OneDrive location. Even if you are trying to access from your local PC, it won't work. This particular user ID, which I have used to log into this fabric, it has to be under the same tenant. Then only this option will allow you to access the data. The both the cases, the file we should place in the OneDrive, then we can access. Then what is the other alternative? We can access the on-premises Excel data to our cloud. What we can do, since it is not allowing you to read the data directly, this is the simplest way to read the data actually. But unfortunately, we don't have an option to read the data from on-premises in this case. Now, let's go back and let me cancel this. We'll create a data pipeline. Excel source to branch. This is the pipeline I'm creating now. We'll see how we can implement, how we can read data from the Excel and write data to your bronze layer. Now, click on activities. Let me take copy data activity for now. This is the one of the method I am using. There are different types of methods which we can use to read data from local PC to your bronze layer, bronze lakehouse. Let me, you can click here more. Let me create a link service, folders, and here the gateway. If you have any doubts how to set up a gateway, you can refer our previous episodes and initial episodes where I have explained in detail how to set up this gateway. New connection, the Windows authentication, my Windows. You can go to properties. The username and password I'm supplying here. Okay, just copy the file path as well. It says located here. Okay, just click on connect. Just connecting to data source. Okay, invalid credentials. Yep, now we successfully connected. Okay, after selecting the file, just make sure that this format should be Excel. Then post that. You can read the sheets based on the index number or else based on the number name. So in my case, just I'm taking the index number. It will take a while to reflect here. Okay, meantime, this is an Excel format, right? Just I will specify the first rows as a header. The first row has header. Just index number 1, index number 0, the first index I'm taking here. And if you want to preview data, you can click on preview. So meantime, just try to set the destination. Destination here is a bronze, right? Bronze lakehouse, bronze layer. And table, just see we have a tables in the bronze layer, but these are all See, these tables we are populating from on-premises SQL Server, right? Now this one is from Excel. So differentiate this table with our Excel loads. Just what I can do is, let me do one thing. Just what is this sales order data, right? I can create a new table here. Sales order. What's the name? Sales order data. Okay. Sales order data underscore Excel. Okay. Create. Before we execute this pipeline, what we can do is, see, I'm not using any mappings or anything. If you explicitly you want to create any mapping, you can just import the schema. So this is how it looks like, the data which is coming from the Excel source. So for in this case, like, I'm not doing anything, I'm not changing any settings. If you want to highlight this one also, you can do that. Fault tolerance, like, and you can skip incompatible rows with the destination. Before we execute this one, what we can do is, we can try to review the data. Okay, just I'm writing this, see, I'm reading data from the Excel, and we are trying to write data into the our bronze layer. And let me expand the tables. Okay, here we have a list of tables here, right? So I don't see any table with the name of underscore Excel. If you look at the tables, right, we don't see that, nowhere it is there, right? So what we can do is, after successful execution of this pipeline, I'm expecting here one table. It has, like, it should underscore Excel file, Excel name, right? Let me do one thing. Let me save this file. We can just save and run. Okay, finally, after 3 minutes, I don't know. Usually it won't take this much of time to write data from one table, maybe because of the gateway or network issue, or I don't know, the bandwidth issues. But generally, the Fabric is intended for the big data. Let's see, and how many records it read. Okay, well, quickly I will go back to my SSMS. Just let me refresh. Is there any table name underscore Excel? See, here we have, right? Successfully we are able to write data into our bronze layer. This is the one method where you can write data to your destination, see, based on the indexes. Just I'm trying with the alphabets. This is customer underscore Excel. Let me save and execute. See here, it got failed. So what is the reason behind that? Like, let have a look on it. The destination side failed happen on the destination. Basically, this is from the source, actually, not at the destination side. Column with a space, like, between the letters. If you have, make sure that ensure there are no spaces in your table columns, because if you remember, in the source setting side, the first row has header, right? The first rows had header, means that all the columns, it must follow the, it should be compatible with, the Lakehouse rules and policies, right? If in case of any column, it has, like, special characters, the spaces, and such kind of cases is always, this will fail the entire pipeline. So then what is the solution for this problem? Just quickly we can review our source file. Let me, what is the file we are just reading here? The file name is adventure work sales, then table name is date underscore, not date, earlier it was I have changed it, right? The table name, yeah, customer, the sheet name is customer underscore data. Let me quickly open this. We'll try to review. I think my system is slow. Customer underscore data. See, customer key, there are no spaces here, but if you look at the customer ID, there is a space. See, you have to remove the space here. Then you can see this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay, rest all are good. Now you can save this file. Just close and go back to your pipeline. What I can do, it was customer table, right? Customer data and destination also, not this one, right? Let me copy this and rewrite Excel. Then I will save and run. We'll see this time. See here, now this case is successfully completed. Because the reason behind that, as I said, this is the one of the failures scenario commonly we used to see in the real time. Okay, so the similar way, and you can repeat the same steps for the rest of the tables to load data into the your bronze layer. Well, after completion of this, you can see here, you can come down to bronze layer. If you refresh, you can expand tables. Here we go. See, we have a different tables here. Yeah, now I can say that, like, we have successfully extracted all the tables, all the sheets from our Excel, and now the data is available in the bronze layer. So the next step going to be, we will write data from bronze layer to silver. The once data is available from the both the sources, on-premises SQL Server and from the Excel, and then we can build, we can make a views on top of these two sources. We can merge the tables and we'll try to write the data into the Go layer. I hope you have learned something out of this video, and do let me know if you have any comments. Don't forget to subscribe, share our channel with our friends and colleagues. See you in the next video. Bye bye.
Let's assume someone asks you to build a star schema based on the data available at the silver data layer. As we know that we were reading data from the on-premises, we were reading data from the Excel, and the trained data is loaded into the silver layer. Now quickly we will review the data based on these tables. Someone asks you to create a schema. How we can make the start schema based on these tables. Today we will try to explore and understand how to create a views based on the tables which we were reading from Excel source as well as from the on-premises SQL source. Based on the views, how to write data into our next layer. Golden layer, right? The gold layer. The serve layer or the aggregated layer for the business. How we will write those and how we will create a dimension tables as well as the fact table. Let us get started. Welcome back to VJ Tech Talks. If you are not subscribed to our video, if you are watching first time, please do like, share, subscribe to our channel. Let us get started. Here we have a list of tables, right? How basically you can create a views. I have already created views. If you quickly, I have already prepared a table script. Considering the length of the video, I already prepared a table scripts in detail. I will provide this table scripts in our video description. You can copy it from there. You can build your own table. Here we have a list of, see how I was building. You can see I'm just using the drops table if exists. I'm joining with the help of inner join, Excel source and customer table. This is sales customer from on-premises customer data Excel from Excel source, right? Just I'm combining these two. I'm creating a viewdim customer join view. Okay, the similar way I'm creating different views, salesperson store views and different views. We were creating like an even for the fact. If you look at fact joined order, this is the another view where I'm combining the multiple tables. Just I am doing the inner join and I have created a fact joined orders. Okay, quickly we will review just this is SSMS, the same thing. You can do it, even in the Fabric workspace as well. Just let me click on views. We will see how many views we have. See, we have a different views, fact view and dimension views. We have a different views right now. The views are there. Just if you would like to check the data of the view, like what you can do is just do top 100 rows. Just you can verify whether you are getting the records or not. See, we are able to see the records, right? Which means that our views are working properly. You can just quickly, you can review the fact join as well. See, we have few records for the event for the fact joined orders. Isn't it now? So we are good with this. And if someone asks you like, and the views are built on top of these silver tables, right? Now let me go back to my workspace and I will click on my golden data layer and gold data warehouse. As I said, our intention is to load the data from silver layer to gold layer, right? So you can click on tables. Do you have any tables? I have to delete, write a query for deletion. Actually, let me drop it. Just I am dropping this table. I have dropped this table now. Nothing is there under this tables right now. How to load data from silver to here, right? Just what I can do, take a new SQL query. Just I will write select star into like what I can do. We know that the warehouse is the schema goal dvh.dbo. What is the view name? The first view name, I'll go back here. I will leave here. Let me delete this. I will say dim customer from where just I am reading this one from silver layer. How this naming conventions also make sure that silver dh, right? I am executing this perfect, successfully executed. Let me quickly review. Are there any tables under the tables? Let me quickly refresh your expand. See, we have a table now, right? This is the one method where we can manually, you can read data from the silver warehouse and load data into the your goal. What you can do is see if continuously, like if you want to the frequently. If you want to do this one quite often, might be the records are changing from the source. Just you want to automate, just what you can do is rather doing all these things, like in a quickly, we can write a stored procedure and then you can build a stored for all the tables. All the tables. You can create dimensions and facts as well based on the views. And then you can, whenever you need fresh data, just simply you can execute that stored procedure. Okay, makes sense. So let me. So I have created a stored procedure for all this. What we can do is just let me take the stored procedure. Here I have created a stored procedure for our scenario. This earlier I did manually write for one table. Like, you know, see here we have one table. Just I am creating the stored procedure. Now just create, or I have created a stored procedure. Let me execute this load procedure. Now see here we have tables here, the tables created for us, and I can see all the tables here. Let me try to create. We will try to execute this. Let me quickly review, okay? Let's execute. Okay, it will take a while because we have used data. See here, it's executing now. It will take a while to load the data into these tables. So well, after executing of my stored procedure, and I can see this data here, as I said, see all those tables. The dimensions are created here as well as fact table, which we created with the help of the views. Okay, I can see the records as well. So now we are good with this, and let's go back to my workspace just for the tracking purpose and for the stages. What I can do is just I will remove this. What is our, to just add in work item here, prepare data, just drag and drop here just for tracking. Actually, if anybody comes in here and if they want to check whether what exactly we were doing, loading data from the silver to gold, right? So here what you can do is you can rewrite this. You can edit and just you can see. Okay, perfect. So just save, that's all. So now no need to create, no worries, no need to create any workflow, anything. As we know that we have prepared gold layer based on store procedure with the help of the store procedure based on the silver layer views. Right now the next step what we will do after this one, we will prepare the semantic model for this one, the gold layer, the semantic model. Then once the semantic model is ready, then I think we are good with our project end-to-end scenario. Then we will try to visualize the data. We will try to model the data and visualize the data at Power BI level. So I hope you learned something from this episode. How to read data, how to prepare views on top of the silver layer. Then how to read data from with the help of those views, and how to load data into your gold layer. Okay, so if you like this video, please leave a thumb and let me know if you have any questions. And feel free to comment on this video. We will get back to you as soon as possible. See you in the next video. Bye bye, take care. Last video, we'll learn how to prepare a data for star schema, right? The based on the silver layer, and now the data is available at our gold layer, golden data warehouse. Right, quickly we can review. See, here are the tables, right? With the help of the stored procedures, we were able to extract the data from silver layer, and the cleansed data is loaded into your golden data warehouse. Now today's video continuation of previous episode. In today's episode, what we are going to implement? We will try to implement create the semantic model for our reporting purpose, right? That we have to create a semantic model based on our golden data. How to build a semantic model? Click on golden data warehouse. Here we have different options actually where you can get the data query, activity model, layouts and all, right? Just click on reporting here. If you have to build a semantic model here, you have a manage default semantic model. By default, it is creating the semantic model. If you select the which table, on basis of which table you want to build a semantic model, that can be done, and also you can create your own customized semantic model. What is the difference between this manage default semantic model and new semantic model? This is something that which we can do the customized model. You may not need few tables. You can create it might be in terms of the performance, in terms of it's kind of your own recipe where you can create based on your style. But here you can, based on the Fabric understanding, it created a model for you. In our scenario, we will create our own model. Let me create a model for us. Click on new semantic model, then Power BI, gold Power BI semantic model. Okay, you can choose the number of tables here. DBO, under DBO schema, we have all the tables, right? So I am choosing DBO schema and confirm. See, I am not changing any workspace. The same workspace I am using and confirm. Alright, so the semantic model is created now successfully. But how to verify the semantic model successfully created or not? What you can do is just go back to your workspace. Okay, do one thing. Just rename it this one. I will. This I am writing here. semantic model. Perfect, save. And then what you can do is click on your golden data warehouse and click here and click on settings. So here you can see all the semantic models which we created as part of implementing this complete flow, right? The one which we created recently, see Golden Power BI, the Gold Power BI semantic model, right? Just view semantic model here. The moment you click view, see here, you can see that all the tables which we belong to, which these tables are belong to Golden Data Warehouse, isn't it? So now what you can do if you want to verify these tables, how basically typical these tables are populated, you can click on lineage, you can click on open workspace lineage. See, here we go. Basically you can see that warehouse, the complete lineage of your workflow from where to where, just basically that, the tables are populating and everything, right? For in our scenario, just we are not concerned about the lineage now. Just we are concerned about what we will do. We will prepare a model, right? The model means we are building the star schema. Now we are preparing the data model. As I said in the earlier episode, we prepare the data for our star schema. Now open data model. Here we go. See, we have a data. All the tables is ready here. Just I am minimizing this now. Just edit here, so you can edit your model based on your understanding of your data. So before we create a model, ensure that just review all the tables and what are the commonality, what are the relationship among all these tables. Then based on your understanding, this model can be created. Okay, see, as you know that here we have, this is the simple star schema model we are building. Now we have a one fact table. It is surrounded by many of the dimension tables. So the fact table is at the center of this model. Then you can connect each one of these tables, right? First, what I will do is I will connect this one fact table to my dimension. One of my dimensions. First one is customer. I will try to connect this one. Let me do one thing. Just can we will expand this one. Expand. I will expand more so that it will be easy for us to build. Okay, perfect. So now the customer ID, this is the customer dimension, right? Let me check customer ID from fact to customer ID. Customer ID. So here this is the active relationship. Make this relation is active and many to one relationship. Okay, that's all the save. You no need to do anything here automatically. This will create many to one relationship. One dimension table, the many to one relation. Okay, now next one. The product dimension. The product. What is the commonality here? The product. You have a product key. We have a product key. Well, I have a product key here, product ID also we have, and product key to product key. Many to one relationship, and similar way reseller dimension, reseller, and reseller key to 1 minute. Let me check here. The reseller key is there. Yeah. We have a reseller key too. Reseller key. There's a many to one active relationship. Many to one relationship and the sales territory key and the next one. Dim sales will try to establish the connection to dim sales. Sales territory key. Yeah, I have a sales territory key. Do you have sales territory key here or not? Just let me check once. I have sales territory key here, but I don't see the territory key here. So we have sales territory ID here, right? Let me try to find the territory ID. Yeah. Yep. So I have created the OK. We have established the connection territory ID to territory ID. Let it create well. So here we have a territory ID. Here also I have a territory ID. So now we are good with this. We have created our start schema. So here is the fact table that's followed by the surrendered by all dimension tables. Here we are good with this. So now if you want to build the report on top of this one, like based on your start schema model, then on top of this one, if you want to create a report that can be done. Okay, well, so click on files, create new report here. This this will take you to Power BI view here. We have a list of tables here. If you want to create like, let's say for example, sales orders. So now we'll try to verify that our relation is properly configured among this. So under the fact orders, we have a sales sum of the sales amount, right? Just we'll try to take this one, sales order. Okay, then I try to find the sales order based on the, let's say, dimension that based on the physical year. Let me take this one. So there are some errors is coming in. Date key contains a duplicate values and this is not allowed for the columns, one of the many to one relationship or columns that are used as a primary key of the table. See here, we have duplicate values and what we can do is the physical year. So there are some duplicate values, no need to worry. But here typically let's see the based on fiscal year, like, so you can see that the count of fiscal year that you can able to do it, like, we can try another, let's say seller ID, just I'm taking seller ID and sales order. We can say that based on this relationship, but duplicates are still there. Actually, this can see the reason behind that. I didn't even clean this data this step. We supposed to implement this step before this data is coming to the our goal layer. If you're not doing the proper data cleansing, see to while building the report, you will face the lot of difficulties. Okay. In the coming phases, what we can do is, and we will play with the cleanse data where I can see now we are good with the model. Build an actual proper Power BI report. Okay, I hope you learned something from this episode. If you like this video, please leave a thumb and share with your friends and comment and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video. Bye bye. Hello. The last video, we learned how to build a model. Now today's episode on basis of our model will try to create a different types of Power BI reports and how to connect from our local desktop Power BI to our cloud semantic model which we built in the previous episode.
Let's get started. Welcome to VJ Tech Talks. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do like, share, subscribe to our channel. Let me open our Power BI desktop. Click on sign in. Make sure that we are using Microsoft Fabric credentials here. Okay. After successful login, all the related resources, the Fabric related resources, you can see here in the recent tab. Just ours is like, adventure workspace, right? Just I clicked on adventure workspace. Yeah, well, now you can say that we are successfully able to communicate our Microsoft Fabric workspace from our local Power BI desktop. So here there are some few pre-built reports. If you look at here,
it's a sales report, right? The sales report and how many bikes and components and clothing and accessories based on the fiscal year. See, based on the fiscal year. So by default, it is created for you. If you want to use it, you can use it. You can customize these reports how you wanna make it. But if you look at the right side, these tables basically it's built on top of the your bronze layers, right? It's not, these tables are not ranked table, right? These are all not from the our model. The model basically, you know that, right? How we have built our model in the previous episode, right? It's supposed to be a dim underscore the customer, dim underscore the date, dim underscore reseller, like that, right? Fact underscore order table. Those tables are not here because just I have connected to our Microsoft Fabric workspace. Now what I can do is, if you want to use these reports, you can use it, you can utilize it for just to demonstrate for the basic understanding. So basically for the business requirement, these reports are not sufficient, isn't it? Now what I can do is click on get data and click on more. Here we have a Fabric native connector, and click on here and see our model, the semantic model. In the last episode we have created, right? We will use that semantic model now. Connect. Okay, this is the one which we have created, right? The last one, Gold Power BI semantic model. Click on. Okay. So we need all the tables, right? Just I will select all the tables. See, this is our actual model. Under this model, these are all the tables. These are all the tables we are referring from the goal layer. Submit. It's okay, fine. Security alert. Okay, now you can see here we have all our tables. If you don't want these tables, the customer date and all this, these tables you can remove. If not, you can remove all these things. We can freshly, we can also just for your understanding, I just we are differentiating with the without model also, with model also. That with model we are trying to build the new report. Let me click on new page, and here we have our tables, right? Now let me take a card now. Okay, okay, I will try to, what we can do is, we should have a question, right? What exactly we are trying to build here. So we will try to create a report for order analysis.
Click here, and what I will take sales from our fact orders. Sum up sales. Okay, here we go to 11 million, and then also I will take another card. Let me take orders, sum up orders from the fact table again. The order quantity 8 million. Okay. We are creating just order analysis. Okay. If you want to do some, visualizations also, that can be done. What you can do is, and you can change the styles and visual borders and shadows, whatever. See, now it's able to see there are multiple options here. You can explore here if you are familiar with the Fabric or Power BI. Anybody can play with this. So now what we can do is we will try to check the fiscal year based on the fiscal year. How many orders, that order quantity based on the fiscal year. The fiscal year date dimensions we have, and I will take a fiscal year, and based on the physical year, right? I will do the line chart here, and then order quantity again. You can arrange this here. Perfect. What I can do is put it ascending order and physical here. Perfect. Now also I will keep the ascending order. What we can do is we can enable the data labels as well. Now you can see the 4 millions in the particular year, fiscal year 2020. Now next what we can do is we can do more, and I will try to find we will do one thing. We will try to find the orders based on the fiscal year, by region. We will try to find the by region, how much the sales. So how many orders we got based on the region? Region we will try to identify, just I will taking the order quantity. What we can do is I will take a pie chart and order quantity based on the region. Region might be under customer region, yeah. Here country region, here I have perfect. But here I can see a lot of blanks here. What I can do is I will remove these blanks. Let me go to filters and I will remove blanks. Perfect. I have removed blanks here. Now I can see United States has more orders, right?
And also you can do visible data style, borders and shadow. Here also you can keep visual borders and shadows. Perfect. You can arrange how you want to play with this one. You can play with this. Okay. Now, perfect. Okay. So we can see here, right? Number of orders based on the region, and also orders based on the fiscal year. How many orders you got? Like the sales and also order quantity also. So now what I want to check here is I would like to check. Okay, through which channel we got the more orders. Okay, then we'll try to find the through which channel we got the more orders. Like fact orders. Like I will take a channel here and order quantity, right? Let me do one thing. So order quantity I will take here. I can drag it here, right? Okay. You can see here we are getting more orders from the resellers. For sellers, quantities is more than, see, internet. See here we have a lot of orders from the sellers, but internet we have very limited orders we are getting, but through the sellers we are getting the more orders. You understand? This is how basically you can create a reports. So how you want to play, you can play with these reports. So this is how we can create a report based on the complete order analysis we have built on top of our model.
I hope you learned how to create a Power BI reports on top of our model. And if you have any questions, please feel free to comment in this video and I will respond you as soon as possible. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Please share this video with your friends and colleagues.